Francesco Bagnaia, a two-time world champion, has long been untouchable at Jerez. This 4.4-kilometer circuit with its 13 corners is his fortress, a stage where he's carved out victories and asserted dominance. Since 2022, he's never missed the podium here. 2 wins and a second place. Corners like Curva and Curva Nieto, demanding traction and precision, have been his playground. Yet at the 2025 Spanish MotoGP, Bagnaia finished third, 2.8 seconds behind the winner, a failure in the eyes of Ducati's boss, Gigi Dall'Igno. "Pecco didn't meet our expectations," he said, his words sharp and unsparing. What tripped up Bagnaia, the maestro of Jerez? Let's unpack the race details, technical decisions and pressures behind Dall'Igno's stinging critique. Bagnaia started fourth on the grid. He roared through the first lap, seizing the lead with a bold move at turn 1. MotoGP.com data shows his speed in Sector 1, the main straight, hit 295 km per hour, 2 km per hour faster than his rivals. But by lap 5, his pace faltered. He lost 0.3 seconds per lap in Sector 2, turns 6 to 8, where the rear tyre takes a beating. In 2024, he dominated this sector with an average lap time of 1 minute 38.2 seconds. In 2025, he slipped to 1 minute 38.6 seconds. What went wrong? Gigi Dall'Igno, Ducati Courses general manager, doesn't mince words. The Desmosedici GP 25, his engineering masterpiece, is built to win, and Bagnaia is its spearhead. Post-race, he was blunt. "Pecco failed to meet expectations. He's always stronger in the main race than the sprint. His first lap was spectacular, but he lacked the sharpness we expected in the mid-race phase." Sharpness here is key in MotoGP speak. It's about maintaining a blistering pace as tyres wear or rivals press. Dall'Igno praised Bagnaia's start, overtaking 3 riders in 1 lap, but was dismayed by his mid-race dip. "Third is good for points, but we need to improve," he added, a clear signal that Bagnaia must rebound. Such public criticism from Dall'Igno is rare, underscoring the sky-high expectations for Pecco. Why Bagnaia stumbled, the key factors. Tyre management, misstep. Bagnaia opted for Michelin's medium-hard tyres, a strategy that worked in 2024. But Jerez 2025 saw asphalt temperatures hit 40 degrees Celsius, hotter than last year's 37 degrees. Rear tyre lost grip after lap 10, especially in medium-speed corners. "I pushed hard early, but the rear tyre faded fast," Bagnaia admitted. In 2024, he managed tyres flawlessly, holding a 1:38.2 pace to the end. Subpar bike setup, the Desmosedici GP 25 with 270 horsepower and cutting-edge aerodynamics demands pinpoint setup for Jerez. Bagnaia tested a new aero wing for extra downforce and noted it made the bike less nimble in corners like Curva Nieto. Telemetry data showed he lost 0.2 seconds in turns 11 to 12 compared to 2024. His team, led by crew chief Cristian Gabarini, may have misjudged track conditions, particularly weight distribution. Strategic miscalculation. Bagnaia's aggressive early laps burned through his tyres to grab the lead. This left him with little grip for laps 10 to 15, a critical phase for setting the race pace. He tried a tyre-saving approach mid-race but lost time by not pushing hard enough. In 2024, he paced himself cleverly, building a 0.5-second gap per lap at key moments. As a world champion and Ducati's golden boy, Bagnaia carries a heavy burden. Jerez is a track he's supposed to win given his track record. Dall'Igno's post-race critique likely added to the strain. "I know expectations are high, but I'm only human," Bagnaia said, hinting that mental factors may have dulled his focus when his pace dropped. Post-race, the Ducati garage was a hive of intensity. Bagnaia's team dove into telemetry data, zeroing in on tyre degradation and suspension setup. Gabarini told, "We misread the track conditions. The setup was too stiff for this heat." Bagnaia, visibly frustrated, huddled with engineers over engine mapping and Sector 2 data. Dall'Igno, who rarely visits the garage, joined a brief meeting, stressing the need for a step forward at Le Mans. Dall'Igno's critique wasn't just aimed at Bagnaia, but the entire team. With 8 Ducati bikes on the grid, they have access to a wealth of telemetry data. Yet Bagnaia's crew failed to leverage this to optimize his setup, a stark contrast to 2024 when data sharing across Ducati riders made him unstoppable at Jerez. In 2024, Bagnaia won Jerez with a 1.2-second gap. Starting third, he led by lap 3 and managed tyres with a steady 1:38.2 pace. His setup prioritized rear traction, perfect for Jerez's technical corners. In 2025, his pace dropped to 138.6 in laps 10 to 15, and he couldn't reclaim the lead. MotoGP.com data shows he was 0.4 seconds slower in Sector 2 than in 2024, proof of a setup or strategy misfire. Alex Marquez, riding for Gresini Ducati, took the win with a 1 minute 38.1 pace, his medium-hard tyres holding up better late in the race. His bike's more flexible setup shone in Sector 3, particularly in turns 9 to 13. Fabio Quartararo on his Yamaha started from pole and took second place with consistent medium-soft tyres. Both riders outdid Bagnaia in tyre management and strategy. Marquez's victory marked a significant milestone. Ducati now has 5 different winners in 22 consecutive races. Bagnaia's third place earned him 16 points, but he's likely 10 to 15 points behind the championship leader, although the exact standings are unavailable. The next race at Le Mans is less forgiving for Ducati's setup, and Bagnaia must refine both his bike and his mindset. Dall'Igno's criticism sends a clear message. There is no room for error. Yet he also acknowledged the team's depth by saying, "Pecco's podium is still valuable, but we want more." Marc Marquez, now a factory Ducati rider, outshone Francesco Bagnaia at Jerez in 2025, likely securing second place while Bagnaia settled for third. His 1 minute 38.1 lap times in laps 10 to 15 beat Bagnaia's 1 minute 38.6, especially in Sector 2, gaining 0.3 of a second. Marquez's setup with softer suspension maximized grip on the 40°C asphalt. Bagnaia's early push burned his tyres, and his aero wing cost him agility in Curva Nieto. Marquez's measured pace and late braking kept him ahead, exposing Bagnaia's strategic error. Under pressure as Ducati's star, Bagnaia faltered mid-race, while Marquez's champion mindset shone through. His factory team optimized electronics for Sector 3, unlike Bagnaia's misjudged setup. Bagnaia lost 1/10 of a second there, hampered by a stiff chassis. Marquez's composure and precision on the GP25 set a high bar. For Bagnaia, Le Mans demands better tyre management and mental steel to match his teammate. Imagine you're Bagnaia at Jerez in 2025, feeling the weight of failing at your stronghold. What would you change for Le Mans? A nimbler bike setup, a more conservative tyre strategy, or a calmer mental approach? If you were Dall'Igno, what would you say to Bagnaia? Would you push him harder like Gigi, or offer support to rebuild his confidence? Share your thoughts below and let's predict, will Pecco strike back at Le Mans? The drama of MotoGP 2025 just got spicier. Stay tuned.
Welcome to GP Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.